Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. So, I've pulled a couple cards already, and I see you having a different perspective than you had before. You've gained perspective. You've become aware of something around you because you've become more aware of who you are inside. And that has helped you to have a more accurate perspective of the way things are, of the potential that people have in your life to either meet your expectations and your standards or not meet your expectations and your standards. But you've learned a lot because of the insight that you have gained. You've got here, Iroshun, knowledge is the greatest wealth that one can have. So there's something that you have become aware of that is priceless to you. And I feel like there's a connection between the knowledge that you have and the insight that you're able to gain as far as the situation you're in and the people that you're interacting with. For some of you, this may pertain to a relationship or a connection where you see things differently now than you used to. You see more, and you see things more accurately because it's based on your knowledge of self. You know yourself better now than you did earlier on in this connection or in this relationship. Divine says it's time to banish all evil, to let go of what does not serve you. And this is something that you have been setting intentions about. You have wanted to release things that no longer serve you because you've become much more aware of what no longer serves you. A cruel truth is better than the sweetest lie. There's something that Divine has put on your radar that you see with complete clarity now, whereas before I'm getting like there was a 7 of Cups. There may have been some illusion there. There may have been lies from someone, and that was impacting your judgment at the time. Okay, what I'm getting is that you've always had crystal clear intuition, but you may have said yes to a person and allowed them to put a spin on things, or to ignore things, or to deny things. And so there was this layer of illusion, but your intuition was always accurate, but you were impacted or affected by someone's deception or someone's unwillingness to admit their responsibility and to take responsibility for their actions. Okay, you got the Destroyer here, the Pilgrim, the Bardo, and the Temple. There's something that you have cut and cleared from your life. I feel like there's two energies here. One is an external energy where someone caused a sense of destruction within your life. This could have been a tower or like storm energy that came in and presented you with an opportunity to take the reins. So it's like someone came in with some chaos energy, very, very chaotic, very, very destructive. But you allowed that energy to work for you because it made you more aware of what you deserve. There's something about this chaotic energy that came in, this destructive energy, that was very irresponsible. It was very chaotic, very impulsive, and very arrogant. And when it came into your life, this could have been a person or a situation. I feel like it was a person though. And The result, though, has yielded positive energy in your world because you let that destruction work for you and not against you. This is something that you've been learning to do, is alchemize this chaos. Okay? This has put you on a journey of discovery of yourself and of gaining a higher perspective regarding what you deserve. I hear you saying no much more often now than you used to. I hear you saying no in order to protect your boundaries and protect your heart and your mental space. And I see you releasing any guilt that you might feel for saying no. Pleasing. I feel like you used to say yes a lot in order to please others. This is a pattern that you picked up because of learned behavior or a situation that you had been in before where you wanted to set a boundary and you were attacked. So you began to people please. That's a part of what this destroyer energy is about. Because even though, depending on how you look at this situation that brought chaos into your world, you could look at it like, oh, there was a lot of destruction and chaos. Yes, but some of those things that were destroyed, you realize now they needed to go. And I feel like one of these things that you have been letting go of is a sense of needing to please others more than you please yourself, okay? You're putting yourself in a higher priority, at a higher priority than you used to. You've got the Bardo here, which is about a space of reflection and understanding and forgiveness, whether this is forgiveness of self or if you are forgiving someone that you have set boundaries with, perhaps you don't even communicate with anymore, but you are no longer holding resentment in your heart because that became too heavy, too painful, and too problematic to keep with you. You've also got the Temple. This is about you treating your body, your mind, like the temple that they are, okay? You are a temple. And you realize now more than ever what you really deserve. Okay, I want to know, Spirit, what this truth is that you became aware of. I just saw the Empress, okay? I feel like a big part of the truth that you've become aware of is how much you deserve to align with your creative energy and how much you deserve to feel abundant and able to access the things that give you comfort and that allow you to nurture your creative energy. Okay? What did you become aware of, Spirit? What did this beautiful being become aware of? Okay, we've got the King of Wands, the Star, and the Two of Swords. I feel like there's a King of Wands here that was causing confusion regarding healing, creative energy, and your alignment with your true North Node, okay? So this King of Wands is coming through as a masculine energy. It doesn't have to pertain to the gender, but it's a fiery energy, okay? This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone who is very impulsive There could have been a lot of anger here, and there could have been lust as well with the King of Wands. Your path is that of the star. You are the star. This is your path. This is your destiny. It's also about your renewal, your healing, your sense of hope that you carry with you. I feel like this King of Wands energy tested your sense of hope, your sense of faith in yourself, and led you to a state of confusion. Also, this King of Wands could have led you to a state where you felt like you had to make decisions that were very confusing, perhaps very overwhelming. I want to see more about this King of Wands. Yeah. Okay, we've got evil eye. So that goes back to that banishing evil. With the waning moon, this King of Wands could have been either sending you the evil eye with jealousy and envy, or allowing those frequencies in your life through your connection, through your communication. Perhaps they opened up doors to other people that have influenced your world. Okay, I see the King of Wands like opening a door, and what was coming through that door? A whole lot of evil eye, a whole lot of evil that needed to be banished, a whole lot of attacking energy, like harsh words. I'm getting even abusive words. Okay. There could have been some verbal abuse going on here, either from this King of Wands or someone that they opened up the energy of your connection to. Oh yeah, so we had more there. Oh, divinity and imprisonment. So the impact that this King of Wands behavior had on you is that you didn't have full access to your divinity because of clouded thinking. You felt like you were in a prison. You may have even had an experience or multiple experiences with this person, this King of Wands, that made you feel unsafe. Perhaps unsafe in your own space. Okay. There's a karmic femme here. There's a child here. I feel like there was a karmic femme involved in this situation. This could be someone that this King of Wands opened up Yule's energy to. There's a karmic femme that could have a child. This could be a child from a relationship that she had with the King of Wands. But what I'm also seeing is that for some of you, this karmic femme is very immature. So they act like a child. Okay? They carry themselves like a child. Because that child is crying, I feel like if this karmic femme does have a child, or if you have a child, they opened up this evil eye energy. So the King of Wands opened up this evil eye energy to the child. Yeah, because the evil eye is right here. You've got these three cards right here: evil eye, karmic femme, and child. So if this karmic femme did send negative energy to this child, there's going to be a huge price to pay for that. Okay, Lord Bess is coming through, protector of children, protector of homes and mothers and children. Yeah, with that 11 there, portals are open for karmic justice there. Yeah. I always say kids are off limits. Kids are off limits. But with this karmic femme, They saw this as an opportunity to not only impact the child, but to impact the connection between the King of Wands and you. Okay? This karmic femme could also be a mother-in-law. It doesn't have to be an ex. It could be a mother-in-law. Okay? For some of you, this is someone who this King of Wands worked with or knew from school, from the past. Okay? College is coming through. They may have known them from college. I see the King of Wands dragging the karmic femme with him. Okay? Remember, this karmic or this King of Wands could be a feminine energy. The gender doesn't matter. Okay? So put it where it fits. Okay? But I see this King of Wands dragging the karmic femme with him. With them. And that's letting me know that this karmic femme could have been let go of a long time ago, but this King of Wands knew that they were like dead weight. They knew that this karmic femme did not have anything to offer them, but it was a matter of comfort. Okay? This King of Wands has a lot of wounds, and so it fed their ego to bring the karmic femme along, to keep them attached. So, unbothered, that's what Divine is saying, that you have every right to feel, okay? As you are on this journey of nurturing your temple and realizing what you deserve. This could be your energy with the priest. This is giving like Hierophant energy, mystic. You are aligning with your spiritual energy. You're really delving into it and nurturing it. Your true spiritual energy, okay? You're reconnecting with your faith, and I feel like that's something that you've had to do because there have been very obsessive behaviors that you have observed in someone around you. This could be in the karmic femme or in the King of Wands, but someone has had an obsession over this experience and towards certain energies. I'll get more into that. Okay, yeah, somebody's obsessed with a twin flame connection. Now, I feel like, yeah, I want to get more information about this obsession. Okay, we've got memories and projections. Rejection, nurture, compassion. Okay. With Divine coming through with the idea of banishing evil, banishing this evil eye energy, it's definitely giving that you have the power to banish whatever negative energy this connection has opened up or allowed into your life. What I'm getting is that this karmic femme is really experiencing a lot of rejection because this King of Wands, what is their energy towards the karmic femme at this time? Okay, we've got Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles, High Priestess. Okay. This karmic femme has experienced rejection in their past, and so they have developed an obsession over the connection between you and the King of Wands because they see it as a twin flame. Okay? I'll look more into that in a bit because I feel like there is a possibility of it being twin flame, but there needs to be separation at this time. Okay? That's up to you. But with divine bringing through the need to banish evil, and with this evil eye here, it feels like that's the destruction that needs to happen, is allowing this chaos to just be destroyed. Okay? To banish it. This King of Wands feels nothing more than an Ace of Cups for this karmic femme. This karmic femme is being presented as the Page of Wands here. Young, fiery, immature. Okay. Lots of communication though. Lots of things being said, lots of messages being sent. You may have received lots of communication from this karmic femme, and I feel like they have communicated a lot with the King of Wands as well. This brought about Five of Pentacles to a High Priestess. So you may have felt that destructive energy that came in, that chaos. I feel like you became aware of this connection that they have, this attachment, this toxicity between them. You may have been aware of it before, but then you realize just how toxic and how problematic it is. And I see you coming to a fork in the road where you realized either I stay in this mess and suffer, or I separate myself from it, banish all the evil, banish all the evil, and set out on my own journey as the pilgrim. I'm getting that this was scary. It can be very scary to leave something that at one time you felt a certain sense of security from. What is the true energy of the connection between this beautiful being and the King of Wands? Yeah, blocked. Divine is saying that it is not time to proceed with that connection because it was so destructive. I'm getting total destructive energy from that connection with the King of Wands. The crazy thing though, what's coming through is that this King of Wands, by bringing a sense of Five of Pentacles to you as the High Priestess, by blocking your divinity, by blocking your spiritual gifts and your star energy, they have blocked their blessings. There's reflection here. There's a huge issue of people in this situation, people that you realize now you need to distance yourself from. They have a very unhealthy image of themselves, a very unhealthy self-image. And because of that, they project a lot of their negative emotions onto you. I feel like this could be a source of the abusive behavior and words that you may have experienced with this King of Wands Also, I'm seeing an impulsive nature in the karmic femme. When they look in the mirror, they don't like who they see. And they do not feel confident about the choices they've made in life. So they're constantly trying to get rid of any sense of responsibility or accountability for their own actions, for their own mess-ups. That's one reason why I see this karmic femme letting their anger out or their frustration out on this child. And to whatever child is involved in this situation, I speak protection and peace to them. Divine protection and peace. Ashe, so must it be on all dimensions. Okay, if this is your child, speak protection over them and visualize them being protected at all times. Okay. Single, sexy, and successful. I feel like this is you, where you are honoring your sovereignty. Okay? Even if you are having thoughts of connecting with someone or having a relationship, you're focusing first and foremost on yourself. Because this is a part of your pilgrimage, your journey within. Realizing that you are a temple and you deserve to be treated with the utmost respect. Yeah, there might be a lot of emotional pain here that you've been feeling because this situation caused a lot of pain. I feel like it may have also stirred up some pain from your past, but that's a part of your pilgrimage now, is receiving healing energy to your entire self, past, present, and future. You're not only healing the pain from this toxic relationship, but from any toxic relationships that you experienced in the past as well. And what's coming to me is that there may be a parent that you had a toxic relationship with. They may have been very neglectful. They may have been very rude. Actually, what I'm seeing is with that reflection card, there may be some similarities, strong similarities between pain that you suffered from a parent and the pain that you suffered in this relationship that you are separating yourself from, okay, that you are healing yourself from. There's abundance that's coming your way, okay? And this is because as you're banishing this evil from your life, from your world, you're aligning with your, I keep seeing this as your true north node, your true spiritual energy, your higher self, your creativity, your ability to nurture and to love. You're realigning with that because you're getting out the conflict that was filling your headspace and your hands were tied. There was something you literally either were not allowed to do, and I mean, how dare someone in a relationship tell you what you're allowed or not allowed to do? If you're a grown person, you are an adult, there should not be anyone telling you what you are allowed or not allowed to do. Okay? But I feel like they were trying to tie your hands and keep you from accomplishing something, because this King of Wands felt completely afraid of you walking in this star energy. And that's one reason why they are, yeah, see, because this is how you're coming through now as single, sexy, successful. That's one reason, though, why they are choosing or chose, because I feel like for some of you it might not be working out. With that Ace of Cups being there with this karmic femme, that's not a whole lot of love. That's like just step one with the Ace of Cups. There's not a lasting connection. There's not a true loving connection. It's just someone that does not intimidate this King of Wands. This King of Wands was intimidated by you. And so that is why, if you have experienced rejection from them, that is why you have experienced that, because there was too much friction between you, because you wanted to align with your truth and with your true spiritual nature, and they felt angry about that. You being your best made them feel small, and that's not your fault. It just means that they weren't ready for someone like you. They couldn't handle someone like you. And so that's why Divine is saying that this destroyer energy is really truly a blessing. Like, and I saw it from the beginning. I saw that as a blessing, that this was something that needed to come to an end. And so it's almost as if the people in this situation have helped you. Okay? Because you deserve better. It would have taken you longer to realize that you deserve better if this chaos had not happened. Okay? So this rejection, it feels like pain. It feels like fragmentation of the self, but an opportunity for the self to be rebuilt with love, with forgiveness of yourself. Okay, that's what that Bardo card is about, is where you are going to a beautiful divine space in your mind's eye and allowing yourself to look at everything that you've held on to and that you've criticized yourself for. Anytime or any situation in your relationship with this King of Wands where you felt either abused or neglected or hurt in any way, I feel like there was a time where you criticized yourself for allowing that to happen. But the only reason you allowed it to happen was because at that time you were not ready to admit to yourself that what you were getting was not truly what you deserved. And it takes bravery to back up that choice that you make once you decide to move forward and let go of the evil energy in your life, the evil connections, and back that up with the moves that are necessary to make in order to establish or reestablish your independence. There may have been combined funds or combined expenses. Things may have gotten a bit messy. I say messy just because that's the nature of relationships once you get comfortable, you know. The boundaries perhaps were not maintained, and so there were things that had to be disassembled in this connection with this King of Wands. But you're in this beautiful space where you are forgiving yourself and reminding yourself that you're learning, and what you've gained from this is such a beautiful perspective where you see yourself in an accurate light. You see yourself as worthy. Okay. I want to ask Spirit what you're being guided now to bring your attention to, your focus to. Okay, it's about a new perspective and freedom. So you've got the Hanged Man with the Sphinx there. You're seeing life from a different perspective. You're seeing yourself from a different perspective, and that's what Divine is inviting you and guiding you to do. There might be a tendency to focus on what was lost or what was destroyed, but Divine says that some things that needed to be destroyed were also destroyed in this process. So that's a part of that healthy perspective, where you're realizing the value of losing some of those things that were not right for you. The Judgment card here, this is also about your ascension. You are so much more elevated in all aspects of your life than you used to be. You're not where you used to be, which is another reason why this relationship is blocked with this King of Wands, because Divine doesn't want you going backwards. That's what it would be. Going back to this King of Wands, or opening up to an attachment with them, because that's what it would be. It's like an attachment, not really a true connection. It would be going backwards. But you're not about that. You're not about to do that. You're not about that life. Okay, you're moving forward. Yeah, you're moving forward because you're done with the cycles of betrayal. There was so much betrayal here. There was so much deceit over and over and over again with the wheel there. It was never ending. And I feel like this King of Wands blamed a lot of their irresponsibility on just not knowing. Like, oh, I didn't know. Or I'm hearing, it was a joke. They may have said, for some of you, this person may have said, it was a joke a lot. Like, get over it. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like this person was stuck in a cycle of belittling your feelings and belittling what was important to you, or what is important to you. Because the same things that were important to you when you were with this person, on some level, are still the same things that are important to you now. It's your gifts. You always wanted to explore your creative gifts. And I feel like this person belittled your love for what you do, or what you love. Your love for what you love. They belittled it. Hold on, I gotta hydrate. And this created self-limiting thoughts within you. Because what they told you you couldn't do, or what they told you wasn't important. It may not have even been that they came right out and said so cruelly. For some of you, this person was cruel. But they may have just insinuated that what you love isn't important. I see them, excuse me. I see them shirking off their responsibility. I'm seeing him there like doing rock, paper, scissors. Always wanting you to do more, and they just wanted to protect their time and their ability to indulge in what they wanted to do. Yeah, and you were always ready for a change. But once this deeper knowledge and understanding and insight set in, you were done. You were done standing there waiting and hoping. I feel like there was a lot of hoping going on in the midst of this Seven of Swords energy of betrayal and deceit. That's what you kept experiencing. So Divine is saying that you're invited now to be in a space where you are past this Seven of Swords, this betrayal, this emotional pain. Okay? It's time to get the wheel spinning. And that's what you're doing. It takes time. It takes time. I want you, this beautiful being, be guiding their attention towards, focusing their attention towards, oh, we'll take that one. Queen of Swords. Yes, being decisive. And knowing that you have intellect, you have a very high level of intelligence, and you have the ability to make your own decisions that are favorable to you. You're separating yourself from this Nine of Swords, this this nine of Swords, this Eight of Swords. Whatever anxiety it is that you might feel, you're letting go of that. And that's what this Queen of Swords is doing for you. It's separating. She's like cutting that energy. Okay? She's cutting it away. Allowing yourself to feel light because of this judgment where you're ascending within. Thank you, Spirit. I want to get a read on your energy, your strengths that support you. Ooh. There's something very mysterious about you. You have supernatural insight and you have a penetrating mind. You're able to penetrate the mind of others. That came through in another recent reading. All right. You are persuasive. And you have more authority than perhaps you've realized. That's you taking on this role of Queen of Swords, aligning with that energy where you have authority and you are able to make decisions and you choose to be confident in your decision making, okay? Not second guessing yourself. If you're tempted to second guess yourself, you can ask yourself, what is it that I'm really feeling? Am I doubting myself because I'm afraid? What am I afraid of? Am I afraid of failing? Am I afraid of being embarrassed? Am I afraid of not meeting my goals? Okay? Identifying that fear and then letting yourself know, it's okay. It's okay, I got this. Okay? Connected to the collective mind, you have a very strong connection to the divine. And you're able to connect with others in a very meaningful way because you have empathy and you have intelligence as well. The two of those, empathy and intelligence, like mental intelligence, okay, intellect and empathy, is a very powerful connection, and that's what you have. It's a very powerful combination, okay? Variety. So divine is, oh yeah, this is Venus in the 11th house. So divine is encouraging you to not limit yourself to any certain group or any certain person. Allow yourself to just kind of be open with this judgment energy, judgment vibe of the Judgment card, and allow yourself to get to know people with no expectations of what to manifest. Just allow yourself to experience the kindness of others, and to also, as you get to know other people, practice setting boundaries early on in a relationship or early on in a connection with another person, whether it's platonic or romantic. Okay? Yeah, you're also very diplomatic. There could be Libra energy here. It doesn't have to be, but could be. You have the power to unite people through your speech, through your vibe, your overall vibe. It's a vibe of coming together. It's really nice. You're progressive. Okay, you see new horizons, you see possibilities, and you move forward with the visions that you have of what can be. Okay? These are attributes that will help you, that will support you in any sort of relationship, platonic or romantic, and also in any creative endeavor or career. All of these attributes will support you in all of these aspects of your life. Divine says it's okay that you're opinionated. If you have strong opinions, that's okay. Allow yourself to be flexible, but it's good to know where you stand, okay? There might be a tendency for heated discussions. I feel like you might enjoy a healthy debate. I feel like that's something that you were not able to experience in this previous relationship or in this relationship with this King of Wands, because healthy, heated debates, you know, that were just lively but not angry, couldn't just be that. They always turned into something that was very hurtful and perhaps abusive, okay? Merging with others for soul evolution. Well, that's why Spirit brought through the variety card. This is finding and understanding the boundaries of self. Wow. So you're understanding yourself more and more each day as you reflect on your healing and on who you are. And you're putting those lessons that you've learned about yourself in action. As you communicate with other people, you're communicating with more confidence. You're setting boundaries with more confidence. You're doubting yourself less and less. And you're allowing yourself to celebrate your moves forward instead of second guessing your moves forward, okay? Seeking personal liberation. Yeah, this is about your personal freedom, and you're doing this by moving forward with your creative endeavors and doing the things that you love. You have a deep desire to know the source of our being. You're a deep thinker, okay? Divine says that is going to make you happy as you move forward, learning things, thinking about things. Protect your thought energy, because if you are a deep thinker, which I feel like you are, that's what's coming through. For some of you, you're more of a deep feeler, and for some of you, you're both. But as a deep thinker, Divine is saying to protect your thought energy, because there can be a tendency there to think about something and then to get caught up in a negative thought pattern. And then you gotta like lift yourself out of that. You know, you gotta raise your vibration. So check in. If you're feeling low, ask yourself, what thoughts am I thinking? What am I focusing on with my mental energy? What words am I repeating to myself? What phrases am I hearing bounce around in my mind? Okay? So that's gonna help keep your vibe really high. But you do have a very deep desire to understand the source of our being. And so connect with your higher self. Do those things that you love to do, okay? Energetic sensitivity. You are energetically sensitive, beautiful being, and that's one reason why the situations that you've experienced have caused so much pain, is because you were feeling every bit of it. You were experiencing lessons not only about the people around you, but you were learning about things within yourself. And one way that you learned about things within yourself was the feelings, the reactions that you had to other people. And with you having been in this relationship that did cause a lot of pain, for some of you, you may still be in this relationship, but you're creating your plan to move forward and to separate yourself from this painful relationship. But you do feel so much, and that's a part of your gift. But because you experienced so much pain in this relationship, there's a lot of cleansing that Divine is inviting you to do. Cleansing your thoughts, cleansing your sense of self-doubt, allowing that to become, allowing any thoughts where you're telling yourself, why did I do that? I can't believe I did that. I hate this, I hate it. What is it that you love about yourself? What choices have you made that you love? Because I guarantee you there's a whole lot of wonderful stuff that you've done. A whole lot of really good decisions that you've made. And so Divine is bringing your focus to that. Okay? Alright, beautiful being. I'm going to pull a Lilith card. And then we will close. I find myself talking in a country accent sometimes because I've been watching Young Sheldon. I love that show. I binge watch it sometimes. Young Sheldon is so good. But they're from Texas. I forget which city. But they all talk like this. So I find myself talking like that sometimes because I've watched the show so much. Anyway, thank you, Spirit. Let's see what message Lilith is bringing through. Okay, you've got 3. Adama, Mother Earth. This is about allowing yourself to be nurtured by Mother Earth. So healing, whatever aspect of nature it is, just allowing yourself to connect. Whether it's going outside and looking at the stars, moon bathing, stargazing, connecting with a tree, listening to the birds. Divine is saying to open up your windows. If you know, some people have allergies, but it's so great to open up your windows if you can. And allow the breeze in, let yourself hear the birds. And you can do that while you work on something. Or while you do something that maybe you don't enjoy that much, but by having the window open and hearing those relaxing sounds, it makes it better, okay? You've also got the Phoenix here. You are, oh, I knew, this is my Phoenix. I knew I wore this for a reason, for this reading. So death and rebirth, everything that was destroyed in your world has taught you so much, and you have regenerated. You are renewing yourself, and you're allowing the divine to inspire you as you move forward, as you regenerate. Okay? Multiplication, your higher self. Oh, I want to read this one because it looks really interesting, and I don't think I've read that one. Okay, this is number 43. The numbers were 43, 17, and 16. That 16 aligns with the Tower. So from everything that was destroyed, you're allowing yourself to be nurtured by Mother Earth. Okay, all of that pain that you've carried, you're allowing yourself to be nurtured. And for 17, yeah, 1 and 7 is 8. So you are a strong being. And we know that because you are the Phoenix. Okay? And this is number 43. That's 7. And I feel like here, because you know these multiple people here, it reminds me of the 7 of Cups, like how there's multiple cups on the card. And with that 7 there, that takes me to the 7 of Cups. But you are seeing clearly now. Perhaps you used to see things in a little bit of a clouded way because there were certain desires that you were holding on to or certain fears that you had. But now you're seeing things with clarity. Okay, but let's see what this is talking about for number 43. multiplication, your higher self. All right. The spiritual realm cannot exist without the physical. They interplay and weave in and around each other. Through consistency and practicality, we can manifest our dreams, wishes, and intentions from our imagination. The Multiplication Oracle card wants you to know the value of discipline, routine, and putting your new consciousness into practice each day. Yeah, because you've grown so much. Divine is saying to allow yourself to develop a routine where you're able to consistently create and consistently visualize your healing and allow healing energy to flow through you. Sometimes we can lose sight of the real world when we hope and dream without doing. Multiplication is asking you to get down to business and truly embody the new you every single day. And it is a new you. It's a beautiful new you, okay? The longer and more often you live in your truth, the more it becomes a natural part of you. The mathematical definition of multiplication is the repeated addition of a specific number. Habits, practice, and repetition are important when you reach the 11th gate of the magnum opus. You are becoming a master of your reality and on your way to fully achieving the Philosopher's Stone. While it's important to use your imagination to visualize what you desire, you must do the work to achieve it. Multiplication lays a strong foundation to build an aligned reality. You are now locking in this higher version of yourself through ritual and daily practice. The universe is waiting to create through you, as only you can do, okay? Oh, I'm so excited about the things you're creating and how you're growing and allowing the difficulties that you experienced in the past to become a part of your healed self, you know, through those lessons and through those realizations that you've made. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be sharing these realizations with other people, and that's extremely exciting. All right, beautiful being, I hope you enjoyed this message. Please be sure to like, leave me a nice comment, and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. If you'd like to see the magical creations that I make and send to you with love, be sure to check out any of the products that are tagged in this video, or you can also visit my store, which is linked below. I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and so many blessings. Take care.